Howdy, partners. We're here once again, ready for another rootin' tootin' Birdie Bash, where we try to birdie every single hole in Birmingham, Alabama, trying to make sure that you know what it takes to get a birdie. We're here at Pinson Bicentennial, making things harder, giving us less mulligans, so put on your bootstraps, because we're diving in. But before that, we gotta say the most important question of the day. How you doing today, Gavin? You having a good one? Alrighty folks, here we are. Welcome back to Birdie Bash. It's a good time. You guys always think the Cowboy Robbie might stick around for a while, but he's just in the intro. Or sometimes he makes an appearance when it's dramatically necessary. So this is our series. This is Birdie Bash, where we are trying to birdie literally every single hole in Birmingham. If the course has like multiple layouts, we're gonna try to make sure that we play those multiple layouts. But we're at Pinson Bicentennial. This is the first course that we ever did keep it 1,000 at. And for keep it 1,000, you had to shoot at least 14 under par in order to shoot 1,000 rated. This is a very friendly and forgiving course. It's a birdie fest out here. And so because of that, we have adjusted the line because I think two things that we noted from last time. The first is that our line for mulligans was pretty high, largely because I had no idea what was going to happen on hole 11. And the second was that it seemed pretty agreed upon that if I'm going to take a mulligan, I have to birdie the hole from tee to putt. That just creates more drama and anticipation the whole time. So we can't just be like, get down there and, oh, I have to putt multiple times. It's like, oh, if I miss a tap in, I gotta come back and throw another drive. So we have hopefully a good bit more daylight. We're gonna make sure that we dive in and do that. So here's what's at stake. The mulligan line is 15. We have 15 redos to basically shoot a perfect round, which is actually less than half of the mulligans we had last time. I think we had 36 mulligans. We did it last time, so we're at 15. What that means for me is that if I take 16 mulligans, if I take the 16th, after that, I have to give a disc out of my bag away, straight up out the bag away. And then for every 5 mulligans it takes after that, I have to give another disc away. So this series could really put a detriment to my bag and what we're trying to accomplish here. But let's talk conditions real fast and we'll dive into hole 1 because that's what you guys are here for. It is like a cool crisp like 25, 30 degrees tops, 17 mile per hour wind gusts, and there's not really a stitch of trees to protect us unless we're in like the middle portion and there's only like 5 holes, 6 holes maybe. Could be pretty chilly. We're gonna see how it goes today. Let's see if we can't save all of our discs. I mean, we're like actually blowing sideways at this point with the debris. I do think that this wind is gonna make this line really aggressive, but I'm fine with that. We're going R Pro Pig because it's super cold, so. Okay, left ourselves a little bit of a tester to get started and a straight headwind putt. Really hoping I can get these hands warmed up because forehands and putting, that's my game, that's my strength. And when it's cold outside, I lose both of those. First ever ace was this hole, not this position, but first ever ace was this hole. Basket's like 125, 130 feet, so that should skirt around and be right there. It's like 15 feet. Okay, now this could be our first hole that we end up taking a mulligan on. This one is like, get it down there and you're putting, but gotta hit a gap, gotta hit a tight gap, and we're going into a headwind. So I'm gonna put Precious Child on a really good amount of hyzer and just yeah, I'm not even gonna chance that. I'm gonna go ahead and burn a mulligan. Good tree. Good tree. That I was focused on getting through the gap so much. I like going hyzer when trying to hit gaps because I think that there's more room for error. I can pull it a little bit. I can have it stand up if it's a hyzer flip shot, like rather than just you have to throw it flat, then your flat has to be like in the right angle or the right direction. I like hyzers. Let's go make a putt. I mean, this is the one that I'm trying to make myself confident in. When you're stepping up to putts like that, if you're like having a negative thought of like, ooh, oh, I really hope we make this. Step off of your lie. Step off of it. Like, get away from it. Gather your happy thought and then come back in. Does it work every time? No. Like, you're human. You're not gonna be 100% putting. But I think when you have those negative thoughts, it's gonna cause you to short stroke. It's gonna cause you to sort of retract your putt. Then we're not gonna throw a solid, confident putt. And speaking of stepping off, I wanna take a quick second to talk about today's video sponsor, Goodr. Goodr is the premier sunglasses company for the world. That's right, Goodr has so many different style options for you to choose from. Whether you wanna be loud and vibrant, like myself with the Bald Eagles barbecue heist that we're rocking here with the aviators, or you wanna go to a more futuristic look in the keeping a high profile style, there are so many different style options available for you. And let me just talk about a couple of the major perks of Goodr sunglasses. They're polarized, so I'm looking straight at the sun, don't care. I would not advise staring straight at the sun. They are so affordable. They start at only $25, which means for me, putting them in my disc golf bag, where I may be worried about if I put some other sunglass brand in there, what if they get busted? What if my bag tips over? What if someone rage monsters and kicks my bag and breaks my sunglasses? At only $25, this is a super affordable option that I can enjoy for as long as I want and as long as I have them, but also not be heartbroken if I have to replace them down the road. And third and finally, one of the best parts about them is just how many style options there are. I know my wife, when we talked about with Goodr sponsoring the channel, we looked at some Goodrs that she could get and they had styles that matched her style preferences as well as my out there crazy looks, and she made me get some more sort of classic looks, so that way if we're out, you know, taking pictures and things like that, I'm not just rocking red, white, and blue. You know we're coming to you, America, America. And Goodr believes in you and wants to thank you for supporting me, so you can support them by heading over to goodr.com/Robbie. If you use code Robbie at checkout, that's gonna get you free shipping on your order. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, free shipping. So not only are they affordable, but you don't have to pay to get them to you. Thank you to Goodr for sponsoring Birdie Bash and sponsoring what we're doing here on the Robbie C channel, and thank you for watching. Guys, let's jump back into hole 4, shall we? 261 feet. We are just dead straight with that basket. I'm gonna take Star Pig, hanging out wide, give it the beans, and let her fade back in. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Bang, rank. Here we go. We're gonna go Precious Child. It's just like 200 feet dead straight, 231 dead straight. Yeah, I think I just need to accept at this point the Precious Child is like very flippy. Without putting Precious Child on a ton of hyzer, it's gonna stand up and move right, almost guaranteed. And maybe it's time to put something in the place where Precious Child was. This basket spooks me a little bit because it got hit by a tree. I always forget that you got to come in like long to have the full basket to putt on. Now, we're throwing the Streamline range. This disc has been really, really fun. I played Glow recently with the Space Race range, and then when I was up at Foundation, they had just gotten this run of the Eagle McMahon. Excited to test it out in the Cosmic Neutron. I think it's like a really fun flyer. It holds dead straight. It doesn't, even though it has like a Berg feel, which has never been my problem with the Berg, ever, but it just holds like crazy straight and doesn't have that like Berg finish. When I threw the range for the first time, I was like, oh, this is like a stock run Precious Child. So we'll see how she holds. Wow. I mean, we're gonna play it because that's not the gap we were going for. I am actually shooketh at how that got through that gap. Definitely long, but like makeable. Well, that's tough. Let's see if we can't get this a little more high, get a little more oomph. It's out there. It's another really long look. Alrighty, here we are. I would say that this hole and hole 3 are definitely the hardest. Okay that we're burning a couple here, but there are more difficult birdies to get on the back 9, so gonna need to focus up here, Dennis. Like that. I mean, we could have done them the first time, guys. All right, we've used a 5th of our birdies, or a 5th of our mulligans. We're a 3rd of the way through the course. Tricky part about that is that the back 9 is certainly the harder 9 to score on. We're gonna go A5, 400 plastic, just hang it wide and let it get down. Almost brought that OB long into play, but we got a putt. We are indeed a lot more warm now. So this is one of those stretches that I really enjoy because the next 2 holes are basically the same shot. They're just the second one's a little longer. One of the best parts about this is that if you can find a shot that you know you're gonna use later on during the round, throw it, lean into it, because if you get that dialed, birdies are just gonna roll in, and if you don't have it dialed, well then you can make adjustments along the way. So like hole 1, I can easily throw a backhand, but I know that there's this like stretch where I'm throwing forehand. So I go forehand pig off of the tee of 1 because it lets me know what my like miss is for the day for the rest of the course. And that is gonna be really short. We probably threw the forehand a little nose up, and so it got stalled. But wind is a part of disc golf. I think especially for you guys who live in the Midwest, you're used to wind, you're used to putting in wind, living in wind. You just gotta adjust accordingly. Putting is definitely an area as a push putter that push putting in the wind can be really obnoxious if you don't know like if you're a nose down putter or a nose up putter, because that's gonna affect how the wind plays into it. I wouldn't be that ashamed to lay it up and just walk on to the next hole, rather than trying to maybe loft it, let the wind get a hold of it, and then it carries, and then I have a super long putt. Just can't take 4s out here. I can see leaves blowing here, which means that like the forehand is gonna be dicey. That nose up area that we're having to throw out there, but we can't go too high because of the branches. And I just think with this headwind that we're always playing into, that's gonna be a problem. So we're gonna go range and honestly just try to send it right at it. Yeah, that's accurate. 266 feet is what it says. No shot, dude. No shot. I would say it plays 300. Your options are, there's like the basket dead ahead, and then you can try to throw something somewhat neutral to stable through the right gap of that like white tree standing out there, or you can go kind of right at it. What we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to go Buzz SS and try to just yam it on some hyzer and put it through the right gap. That's so bad, dude. Okay, we're gonna go other Buzz SS. That's down there. I think that's still too far. We're a 1/3 of the way there. Let's go Buzz. There it is. Sorry, Buzz. I was letting your brothers jump in and try to do something. I'm doing something, I'm doing something. We're going forehand pick, hanging out wide. You can see nice through the gap right by the road over there. That's where the basket is. Give me a big skip. Ah, that's fine. Bang, we like that. All right, this one's about 320. I'm going SS Buzzra. I want the flip up and the stand up, and I want to be able to just mush this. Like I want to just have no hesitation. I'm gonna come out on some hyzer and just coil, bang. That's the goal. Yeah, it's short, but I don't think it's that short. Yeah, that was just a poor effort. Gotta send it. Give us some height. Give us some pop. Let's ride. That's where I think the Buzz SS flipping up a little much. Maybe the Buzz was the right play. That's tough. Let's just do it again. Maybe a little closer this time. I don't know if you heard what I said, Buzzra, but I said a little closer this time. I may just go fairway driver on the next one and just get out of this hole. Or maybe I need to go Buzz again, because when I'm getting a hold of it, it's standing up so much. Or you don't have to restart it if you just make the putt. I'll do like that we're furthest away here than we've been any other time. All right, Buzzra. One last shot, one last opportunity. Okay, we're going to 9. That's so low. That never has a chance. Just go, little Buzz. Go, little Buzz. A little bit longer than the first putt and first attempt that we had on this hole. Let's pop it. Let's give it a chance. And let's get off this hole. It's like 220 something. We're going star pig, hang it out wide, let it crash back in. Dot it up. Bang, bang. Let's go. So this one is one where you can kind of use a cheeky, we call it a tree strap. The basket sits just low in the middle of like a big clump of trees. And often people are gonna try to throw it low to get there, but then you end up throwing it low to the ground. But it's a big, huge, like the brush above, like inside the trees, is really grown in. So we wanna try to basically just leave it high and throw it into those trees. Was fading into the trees what I thought I was gonna do? No, but that's what happened. Bag on with a pick. That's right. So am I throwing from OB? Fully surrounded by water? We are gonna go Raider here with my Lumineers Lorcana die. Just force it out there. It's 330 uphill, so I feel like we can get there with something else, but I'm feeling cold, I'm feeling tight. And whenever you are like not feeling 100%, sometimes we're hitting the distance there and feeling great, other times we're not. I'm just gonna lean into that we're not throwing far today, and it's okay to accept that. Not that I'd ever really throw far, but we're throwing on the low end of my distance today. So we're gonna embrace that and just try to push one out there, and forehand I like because it skips up the hill. Or we just never turn it outside the circle for sure. The sun is getting real low, big guy. Here we go. Well, that definitely has time to flex. Closer than it was last time. Ooh, that's fun. Little right to left head, so if I throw on hyzer, it's gonna lift it, but I'm putting uphill. This is where I wish I could just go back in time and be like, Robbie, learn how to be a spin putter. Because the hypergeometric math that I feel like we've got to do in order to make putts like this, like circles, edge putts in the wind, this Pinson is getting all the defense it needs today. This one, I want to try a fun line first, just to feel it. And then if we don't get it, we're gonna go simple forehand. There's wide open spaces there. So just throw the forehand out and around. Hope that your hand's warm enough. But we do have a tailwind, so I'm gonna hope that I can get up there and get the distance. We're going trail. We're going disco dies. My friend Justin dyed this up for me. Green steel for once again the Lorcana people. Nope. Just tried to rotate too fast. Sorry, green steel. You did great. Backhands and me right now, I'm sorry, it's just not us, friend. Or just hang it inside. Yeah, that's not gonna happen in this wind. Okay, Dennis, what are we doing? We have actually got to throw one, my friend. And is it just way far? Nope. It isn't, because I gotta remember I'm on the low side of distance today. Here. Now fade and skip. Really far. That makes it through the tree. It's much better. This was absolutely the right call to reposition, because we did get a hold of Renegon a little more this time. Once again, math could be off here, but just gotta play perfect. Just gotta play perfect. Yeah, there's that wind, which is good to know, feeling that wind here, because we're heading the exact opposite direction. So we can just throw something overstable around this tree and hopefully wrap it up. Pigs in, uno mas, here. Stand up. It was good, it was pretty. It just went straight into that tree. That one we didn't get a hold of as well, so it's not down there. For a second I thought we aced 16's basket. And that one turned over too. We were at 15. We've thrown 2 trails. We've thrown eagle, eagle, cicada. So we're at 20. This is 21. This is to have 2 discs leave the bag. And you're not gonna fight out either, are you? You silly, silly man. Hit the tree. That's a putt. We got a putt. We got a putt. We're out of discs. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22 to make it only 2 discs that have to leave the bag. That's crazy. That's crazy. Feeling like somewhat confident walking in, knowing like, hey, I said it in the beginning, like this is not a gimme birdie by any means. So the basket's well positioned between the 2 trees. So I think what we're gonna give away is this Buzz SS that we threw on hole 10, very terribly. It's a Christmas stamp. I think this one's going in a used bin. So that's tough. And then I think, yeah, I think that this eagle's gonna go away. Well, I'll tell you, this eagle has been around long enough, and I've owned this eagle long enough that my phone number is on the inside of the rim. For a long time, like when I was playing disc golf originally, I wasn't Robbie C disc golf, and so I put my number on the inside of the rim to try to get this back to me. But now I value my privacy more than anything else. So yeah, I think that these 2 will go into a used bin. Did you guys enjoy the drama of having to rewalk the holes? I think the answer is gonna have to be yes. Probably feels the heartbreak a little bit more. It does take legitimately 3 times as long to film doing the restart on the hole, and I think that zapped me. I think I just ran out of gas. Hope you guys enjoyed Birdie Bash. Y'all's pick. Are we going to Shelby County next, or are we head into the new Magnolia? Because Magnolia just got redone. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Please make it fantastic for someone else too. But for now, we're gonna leave you with the birdie.